The reputation of the steak pie, that staple of traditional British cuisine, has become diminished. More glamorous dishes make the headlines, more photogenic recipes are illustrated on television, and scores of inferior industrial pies occupy the shelves of supermarkets throughout the land. It's time to look beyond these brightly lit aisles and discover the essential ingredients of the perfect steak pie. Experience, care, and dedication. It's time to go to Deptford, southeast London. What time is it exactly?
Saturday, I like to have everything up and running. You know, I never know how things are going to be, so I'd rather it sort of be there, ready and waiting, and then it makes life a little bit easier. You know, there is a lot of preparation that goes into all this sort of stuff, and sometimes I do believe that some people don't realise the sort of the effort that you put into it all. You know, I'm very fussy myself personally in what I do and how I go about things. I look at stuff and I think to myself, can I eat that? And if I can't eat it, why should I serve it to someone that is paying for it if it's not right? It's just the way how I feel about it. That's just me, you know.
Saturday's a big day for pies, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I do 300. We do steak and kidney, steak and mushroom. We do chicken and ham, chicken and mushroom and mince.
Pies is something you've always done, is it?
No. This is something that we went into, I would say now, it's got to be about 20 years that we've been doing them, but not on the scale that we do them now, that's for sure. We only used to do a few, like, you know, but as people have got used to the quality, which is important to us, and value, you know, because you go to a lot of these other shops, you know, these other sort of flashier shops, as they say. I mean, you're going to pay, I mean, where did I go the other day to look at a couple just to see how they were doing them? I mean, an individual one like that is £3.25 for one.
And yours are
£1.75. So massive difference.
the steak that you use in the steak pies.
Well, it's a chuck steak that we use, a chuck, or an LMC that we use. It's just nice to have a bit of each, just to marinate it up. We do cook it for a fair length of time. I mean, I know when people sort of buy stewing steak in the shop, they do it maybe for a couple of hours. But because it's a pie, we are selling it on. I feel that it needs to be cooked down a lot longer. so that when someone does get a good taste of the pie, you know, it melts, you know. So we do, you know, I've probably cooked this probably more for about 4 hours, and we use it the next day, and away we go.
And I've heard some people say, like, why don't you jazz them up a bit and, you know, charge $3.50 instead of, you know,
Well, I
$1.75?
don't, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's something that draws people down here, because we're not in the ideal situation like some of the shops are. And, you know, people may pick up other bits and pieces. It's just not just the pies.
So tell us what you're doing here then, Will.
So this is a short 4. So this takes the shoulders out. So that's your shoulder of lamb, and then what is left is your neck of lamb.
So that's your 2 shoulders, then that's your scrag, and then that's your scrag and middle. So that's all nice for a slow cook.
These little wonderful photos you've got here.
Yeah, no, they all represent the old days, mate.
Yeah.
When they first sort of come about.
Is that an old sign you've got there?
Wellbeloved.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it come from the old shop. It's got to be in the region of, you know, 100, 130 years old. You know, I mean, it's been an heirloom that's been about for a while. You know, I've had it for 40 odd years, so my dad had it. He was there for 30 years. You know, and like I say, it's come from the old shop over in the High Street. But we actually found out yesterday it was a Mrs. Wellbeloved that had it all designed and had it all built. And they used to have a glass carriage service as well. Don't know what that was all about. Don't know too much about that side. you know, the trouble is the supermarkets are getting more greedier and greedier and greedier because they want everyone's trade. They're not happy now in the fact that they've got all these big stores and now they're opening up all these little ones because they know that there's still a market. You know, instead of just letting the individual little shop carry on and battle away that he's doing, they want that as well. And I just find it so unfair. Because it's nothing to them to just have a place, you know. You've got a Tesco's just here underneath the Travel Lodge. You've got a Tesco's down the High Street here. You've got Tesco's up the top here, plus Costco's. We've got Sainsbury's there, I think. You've got, what's the other one? Waitrose. I mean, Christ almighty. I mean, how many do you need? Talking about flood the market.
I better still get her something, I suppose. I'll have a couple of bits of steak, please, mate.
Yeah. Couple of sirloins.
Yeah. And I'll do a beef casserole tonight because the game's tonight, isn't it?
So,
I'm going fishing tomorrow.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And I will have a couple of your sausage rolls. Can't go fishing without a couple of your sausage rolls. I said to her last night on the phone, I said, they reckon it ain't going to rain Sunday. She said, I'm not going to see you, will I? I said, no. She was all right.
Right, take care, mate. Bye-bye.
The pies are delicious, packed full with meat and big chunks. But the taste of them, it's not artificial, it's just so fresh.
And have you had pies like them from anywhere else?
No, you can't get them anywhere else. What's the pies like?
They're delicious, they're so nice, I feel like I can have 5.
Yeah.
How many have you eaten in one go?
One. And it's a struggle to eat one.
That's what everyone says.
And they're so big.
Even when I buy burgers for my grandchildren, they said, Nan, where do you get these burgers? And I said, Tanasil. The quality is better than all the other butchers.
I guess it's nice to use local butchers as opposed to supermarkets because they're a rare thing.
It's really good quality meat and the animals are like looked after and he's really friendly and yeah, it's just much better personal service and it tastes better.
I like them because it's traditional meat. It's well presented, and they have things like venison and other things which are not you wouldn't get in a normal butcher's shop.
Do you know about their famous meat pies?
Yes, in fact we've just bought 4.
I like to feel that I give a reasonable, good quality service to people. They come in the shop, I'm quite honoured that I serve people. You know, it's just the way how I feel about it, you know. Someone puts themselves out and come to me, then, you know, it's my duty to look after them the best I can. And that's how I see everyone. It's not just because someone spends 500 quid or whatever the case might be, it's someone who just buys a pie or whatever, you know. Perhaps that's one of the reasons that we're still here, you know. We'll just keep plodding along and do our bit. and see what happens, you know. Hopefully things will tick along. There shouldn't be any reason why it shouldn't. You know. And away we go.